Welcome to the Learn Tarot with Moxxie podcast, where you can learn to read the tarot for yourself and for others. Here we look at the tarot from all angles, and I share the very best ways to use it to work through past trauma and create the life that you love. So join me. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Learn Tarot with Moxxie podcast. It is Michelle here with you today and every day. And we're going to do a reading today for the collective, for each individual group of the collective, because it is the beginning of the month. So we will be doing a 2-card reading. The first card will be just what is the general vibe of the month. And the second card, because this is coming out in and around a brand new moon, we're going to talk about, or we're going to pull a card to represent what's available for us to manifest this month. But before we jump into all of that, just a few announcements. The Moxxie website course creation saga is over finally, which hopefully you didn't even realize was going on. I have finally got all of my courses in one place with everything nicely organized where all of the pieces play together very nicely. And just wanted to let you know that there are 3 courses available on the Moxxie website. The first one is a free course. It is a course that I recorded, must have been last summer. And it is before I really understood what I was doing with the video portion of things, and it's a little bit grainy, but the content is great and the audio is great. So I'm offering that course just as a free course because I don't think it's perfect, so I don't want to throw it up there and ask you to pay for it. But it is a free introduction to the tarot that goes through everything from, choosing a deck to figuring out what your space should be like to, learning how to ask appropriate questions. So it's a very broad introductory course that I would recommend anybody who's interested in taking any of the other courses either take themselves or just kind of whip through really quickly to make sure that you've got the background knowledge that you might want to approach a course like the court card course, for example. That course is available as well. Super, super excited about that one. The court card course is designed to help you establish a relationship with the court cards in such a way that when you see a bunch of them pop up in a reading, your first reaction is not, oh crap. Court cards intimidate the heck out of a lot of people, and I have found that by developing a relationship with them, I've been able to get to know them better, and that has made it much more enjoyable for me to work with the court cards when they come up in a reading. So I wanted to share with you some of the tools and the techniques that I used when I was really digging into the court cards. And then, of course, we also still have the birth card course, which is that fun, quick course that goes through calculating your birth card or the birth card of anybody else that you have their birthday, and figuring out who you are in relationship to that, because your birth card is similar to your sun sign. So it's just one more way for us to tap into getting a little bit of feedback, getting a little bit of information about ourselves. So if you want to join me for that fun course, that is on the website as well. And finally, also, we have all of my freebie stuff that is figured out that's up on the website. We have a court card cheat sheet on the website for you that is a free downloadable file. We have the Major Arcana cheat sheet, which is a similar downloadable file. And then we have a year card reference sheet. And that sheet is actually related to a podcast I did a couple months ago, probably, that is talking about figuring out what your year card is and what that card means and how it impacts you and all of those things. So now you're all caught up on what is available on the website. I think that's it. So let's dive in. We're going to start this month with Aries because this is the Aries month. And let's see what we come up with. All right, let's begin with Aries. Aries, your cards for this month are actually really, really lovely cards. We have the Queen of Wands and the Lovers. So the Queen of Wands is representing the general vibe for your month, and the Lovers is the card that's representing the new moon and what's possible for manifestation. The Queen of Wands is one of those people you just kind of want to know. If you've ever been at a party or in a situation where you just see someone and they have this energy that sort of, it's confident, it's likable, it's charismatic, confident but not overly confident, not cocky, just like very self-possessed. That's the Queen of Wands. And I suppose if I were to pick one of the queens that, if I had to pick a queen to embody and I had to stick with the quote textbook version of that queen, she probably is the one that I would pick for myself. She's just this person for whom life doesn't get too difficult because she's organized, she's on top of everything. She plans ahead, but she's not like anal control freak. And when she comes up in a reading, sometimes she can represent just this very strong, effective, nurturing energy that is available to you to put behind whatever you want to put behind it. So it could be a new art project. It could be a new business. It could be finally building those 300 raised beds that you wanted to build and put in your backyard because you want to be a pumpkin farmer, whatever it is. It's just that kind of energy. It's that, okay, what have we got to do? Let's look at the list. Yep. Good. Got it. Let's go. That's the energy that you have available to you this month. So I would suggest that you take a few minutes and really think about where you could apply that energy to use it to its best advantage. Is this something where you have been thinking about making a career change? Well, maybe this is the time to embody that Queen of Wands energy and raise your own confidence level. See yourself as this powerful, strong, confident person and manifest the job that you're looking for, right? So maybe this is an invitation for you this month to embody this energy, to begin to create, to begin to manifest something that you want to bring into your life. And if that thing just happens to be a new relationship, you are in luck. The Lovers card, which I think was last week or the week before, we talked about the difference between the Lovers and the Two of Cups. And the Lovers card is the deeper, more committed, more mature type of love. The Lovers card is the card of your grandma and grandpa who have been married for 60 years, who have been through pretty much everything together, and while they may not like each other every second of every day, they're so entrenched in one another's lives that one is going to be lost when the other one passes on, right? That's the kind of love that I'm talking about with the Lovers. So this card is coming up under what is available for you in this new moon to manifest. So note that it is not the Two of Cups. It is not a brand new, exciting, young love type of thing. This is the more mature love. This is the love that's still there after his hair is gone and after her boobs are sagging and, after they can't go out and have pizza anymore because they're both lactose intolerant or whatever. It's that kind of love. It's not the sexy, glamorous, new, exciting kind of love. So this is available to you this month in some form. Now, when I talk about the type of love that the Lovers evokes, remember that not everybody is in a relationship of 50 years. We're not all going to say, oh yes, finally my relationship of 50 years is shifting into this type of love where we're experiencing life as the Lovers. No, that's not it. But what I want you to do is look at areas of your life where there is love. It could be love between you and a friend. It could be a love between you and yourself. Finally accepting yourself, all that good stuff. It could be your love between, you and something as simple as finally deciding that your partner's slobbery, gross dog is your bubba too, that you love him too, and he's a good boy, right? So think about where this type of energy could be showing up for you and where you could use it to cultivate and grow this lovely, lovely sense of mature, safe, peaceful, and easy love. So not bad. Not a bad way to start out the spring. Hello, Taurus. Let's get into your reading for the month of April. The cards that came up for you this month, again, another couple of very nice cards, the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands. And the Queen of Cups came up in the position of the general vibe for the month, and the Eight of Wands came up in the card of areas where it might be easy right now for you to do some manifesting around this new moon. So the Queen of Cups in the general vibe position is a really nice, chill, relaxed vibe, basically. The Queen of Cups she's probably the most intuitive of the queens. She's very tender and emotional. She's the nurturing person of that group or the most nurturing of that group. She tends to be empathic, creative, poetic, kind. She has really strong people skills, and she has this vibe of comfort, nurturing, a vibe of that feeling when you were a little kid and you bumped your knee and you could just go climb up on someone's lap and they would give you a snuggle, and you knew that they were always there, that that snuggle was always available, and that they were just like a safe space. And that's kind of the energy for you this month. So enjoy that, considering everything that's going on in the world. It's pretty crazy out there. Enjoy that you seem to have a little bit of a little bubble around you. So yay, you. That's awesome. The card related to what is easy for you to manifest this month is the Eight of Wands. And this card isn't really telling us exactly what you will be able to manifest, but it is pointing at whatever it is you're going to manifest is definitely something that has legs. The Eight of Wands is the card of forward momentum, the card of action, the card of get it done. The Eight of Wands is the card that you want to come up when you're doing a reading about how is my business going to be doing in the next quarter. And the Eight of Wands comes up and it's like, yes, because it's like full steam ahead. Everything is great. All you have to do is figure out where you want to put this manifesting energy. The Eight of Wands really is focusing on showing us that this is something that's available to you this month, but it's not really giving us any insight into where putting that manifestation energy is likely to pay off. So I pulled another card, and that card is the Devil card, which I think is really interesting. So the Devil card in this type of situation is more than likely related to something that we are doing that is holding us hostage in some way. It could be as something as simple as you're addicted to social media, right? But it could be something much more difficult. It could be, you have this relationship with this person that you know is not a healthy relationship, and you're afraid to leave. And the Devil card comes up and says, yo, check it out. You can just slip that collar right off your neck. So what the Devil card is saying basically is, you're here with me out of choice. You're here with me because you have put yourself into some sort of position, some sort of situation where you've given away your power, and you've given it to me, the Devil. And now you're standing here in front of me with this iron collar around your neck that you can choose to take off. So what I would encourage you to look at this month in terms of how to use this extremely powerful manifestation energy that is coming your way is to look at where in your life you have given away your power. Is it to someone else? Is it to alcohol? Is it to social media? Is it to worry? Where is it that you have given up your power? And use the motivation, use the manifestation, use what's available to you this month as a starting point for you to begin to look at what it is you can release, what it is you can let go of that is going to improve your life in a way that really not a whole lot of other things could. So this is a big month for you, Taurus. There's a lot of possibility, a lot of change, but also change for the better. At least that's the way I'm reading it. I am not reading it as, oh, you're manifesting yourself into something negative. Nope, we're reading this as we are manifesting ourselves into something amazing and positive and breaking free of something that has been there holding you hostage for however long. So enjoy this energy, put it to good use, take some time to really think about what it is that would be appropriate for you to start thinking about letting go. And then use this energy as best you can. Good luck and have a good month. Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly tarot scope. Pulled 2 cards this month. The first card I pulled is the card related to what the general vibe is for the month. And the second card I pulled is related to what's available for you to manifest. And this is an interesting combination of cards. I pulled the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So in terms of what the general vibe around this month will be, we have the 9 of Cups, which is sometimes called the wish card. It usually represents someone who is in a state of wishing for something, someone who is longing for something. Usually, this card suggests that whatever it is you're wishing for, you're going to actually get. So when we combine that with the Knight of Cups, I just find that really interesting. It's almost like the cards are saying to you this month, you have been wanting this relationship, and that's the vibe around you this month, right? The 9 of Cups, the wanting. And you're able this month to manifest this relationship with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is considered the charmer of the group of knights. He's romantic, he is sensitive, he's a dreamer. He doesn't necessarily have to be a he can be a they. Remember, we've talked a little bit about gender and the tarot and how the cards are a convenient way of working with these different types of personalities, but we need to avoid really getting married to the idea that the Knight of Cups can't be a woman, and that the Queen of Swords can't be a man. So that's who the Knight of Cups is. They are confident on the outside. They're the type who doesn't let it show, maybe when their feelings get hurt. So while they may appear to be confident on the outside, sometimes that's not necessarily the case on the inside. Typically, this knight is attractive, charming, and they see the world through a much more creative and artistic lens than the other knights. So in terms of what's available for you to manifest this month, it looks to me like if you are interested in manifesting a relationship or a friendship or some type of connection with someone with the Knight of Cups energy, that is very much available to you this month. So you'll have to think about, who has that Knight of Cups energy. And like I said, don't assume that just because the card is a knight, that the person that you're meant to connect with is male or identifies as male. Really, really working on everybody to open your mind and look at the court cards more as genderless personality types than specific male, female, whatnot. So there is nothing to say that the queer person can't manifest their own version of the Knight of Cups. So think about who that person is for you. So while traditional tarot would have you look at this from the perspective of the Knight of Cups is a young male, handsome, confident, attractive, all of those things. Just remember that it can be anybody that can be those things, and that we also enjoy the friendship-based company of people with this Knight of Cups energy. So while, my brain immediately went to romance just because it's the Knight of Cups, remember that it can be any type of close relationship that you are manifesting. So whatever it is that you want to manifest this month, Gemini, whatever it is that you've been saying, I wish I had this, I wish I had this. If it's related to a person, if it's related to a relationship, if it's related to anything along those lines, this is a fantastic month for you to be really putting that manifestation practice into action. So good luck. And yeah, let me know how it goes. I'm curious. Take care. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly taroscope. This month, we pulled two cards. We pulled one card to illustrate just the general vibe for the month, and the second card is the card that illustrates what's available for you to manifest this month, since we are doing this reading right around the new moon and perfect timing to manifest something. The cards I pulled for you are the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is pulled in the position of how you're feeling. What is the general vibe around you this month? If you follow the tarot, you know that the 10 of Wands is the card of feeling overburdened, of feeling very much like you've got too much on your plate, more than you can handle. And even though a lot of what's on your plate might be good stuff, it's just too much. You're overwhelmed. You are feeling maybe even a little bit put upon. And you maybe have not been open to looking for some help, or not been open, maybe to look at it this way, to realize that there is help available. So that is something that is potentially there for you this month. But knowing that that's possible for you this month allows you to be proactive about it before you even get to that point, right? It's like, oh, wow, yeah, okay, we're moving into April. And I'm already starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed, and I have, this work project coming up. 2 of my 3 kids are starting soccer, and the other one has a dance recital coming up, and whatever. Or this is the busy time of year for me as a tax preparer. And I'm feeling overwhelmed. Whatever it is you're feeling overwhelmed about, or, whatever it is that's going on in your life that is leading you to this sense of overwhelm, this is an opportunity to take a look at it. Now, in terms of what's available for you to manifest, this is a really nice contrast. The 8 of Wands is a card of basically positive forward momentum of getting things done, of quick, decisive, positive action. And so this card is coming up in the place of what is available for you to manifest this month. We could, of course, work on manifesting a way to deal with the fact that we're feeling very overwhelmed this month. That would be something that we could work on manifesting, right? I just love this Eight of Wands card in this position because it's like full speed ahead, but we don't know to where. So I am going to pick another card and we'll use this as a clarifier. And I picked the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is being used as the clarifier for the Eight of Wands. Meaning, what is available for manifestation this month and what is like really available, because it's the Eight of Wands in this position, is the energy from the King of Wands. That's what is available. Every card, all three of these cards are Wands cards. So all three of these cards, Cancer, are related to action. And the King of Wands is a very strong presence of a person. He's a leader. He's an extrovert. He also kind of always thinks he's right and can be a little bit pushy. He has the, what do they call that? The power of his conviction behind him. He's that type of person. He can often be a little bit pushy, a little bit brash, because he expects everybody to be able to perform at the level he performs at. So from a figurative perspective, this King of Wands card is representing leadership, effective management, moving a project forward, moving a career forward, something along those lines. So you'll need to think about what is going on for you this month in that realm, in that King of Wands energetic realm. Maybe you are being asked and shown that it's available to you, that it's time for you to step up into this energy. These three cards can be related. We have the Ten of Wands, you're feeling overwhelmed and overburdened at work. We have the Eight of Wands that's saying, okay, you wanted some action, now you've got it. And then we have the King of Wands saying, yes, now you can use this Eight of Wands to manifest this energy that I have and delegate and get things off your plate and create more balance for yourself in your life. And this King of Wands, it could be, because this is all figurative, right? It could be a person that you're striving to be, that, you are striving to be the boss, the this or the that. But it could also just be you're wanting to manifest this sense of power that is brought by the King of Wands. And you want to be able to manifest that power and use that power to deal with preschool, right? To deal with finishing your exams, to deal with whatever it is that is on your plate right now. So again, these are all actually really nice readings this month, which is very pleasant. So, my dear Cancer, look at what's on your plate, look at where you're feeling overburdened, know that you can do something about it, and know that the way to do something about it is through manifesting some of that King of Wands energy. Have a fabulous month. Hey Leo, it is your April Tarot Scope We're doing 2 cards this month. We're doing 1 card, which is the general vibe for the month, and the second card in honor of the new moon and manifesting things with the new moon. We're doing a card that is asking what's available for us to manifest this month. What would be particularly easy for us to manifest this month? So the 2 cards we have for you this month are the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups. So this is a kind of feely type of month for you. The Four of Cups often indicates someone who is sort of in this space of, kind of a meh space, like, whatever, I don't care, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you. Petulant teenager turning their back on everything type of energy. And we all experience this type of energy at one time or another, and sometimes even multiple times a day, depending on who we are, I guess. But this is sort of the general vibe that is around you this month. So just keep that in mind. If you are feeling particularly meh this month, know that, it's not a permanent thing, that it is just something that's in front of you, something for you to be aware of that might be confronting this month. And, if this isn't something that is confronting you, then great, right? Because taroscopes and horoscopes and all of those things, we take what resonates and we leave the rest. Now, the Six of Cups is the card that comes up in relationship to what is available for you to manifest this month. And this card is actually a lovely card, especially in terms of manifesting. The Six of Cups is a card of pleasant feelings, pleasant memories, of nostalgia, of going home where it just feels right. And that is available to you this month, meaning that while you have this kind of icky, grumpy Four of Cups energy right now, what is available to you, if you're willing to do the work and sort of try to shift your energy a little bit, is more of this Six of Cups energy. This energy of, just feeling like you are in a safe space, feeling like you're where you belong, and potentially feeling, either closer to yourself because you're finally getting to know yourself and you're finally learning to love yourself and all of those things, but also, potentially getting closer or sharing memories or something along those lines with family or people who feel like family for you. So while this month, does have its challenges, just know that if you are in that grumpy Four of Cups mode, you can accept the cup that's being handed to you, right? You can turn around and pay attention to the person that is there offering something, whether that's figuratively, whether it's energetically, whether it's literally somebody saying to you, hey, why are you having such a hard time right now? What's going on for you? So be aware that while you are feeling this way, there is help available. You just need to pay attention and ask for it, or be aware that it's available. It's also possible that potentially focusing on what you want to manifest, right? That you want to manifest this comforted energy, this safe space energy, that what you need to do to get there is to acknowledge that you're feeling Four of Cups-ish, that you're feeling kind of grumpy, that you're feeling like you don't want to deal with this, that, or the other thing right now, and actually turn around, deal with it, and then you have this lovely energy here as a reward, right? So depends how you approach it, but either way, while there are some challenges here for you this month, there is also the potential for some absolutely beautiful energy. So enjoy. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your tarot scope for April 2023. We pulled 2 cards this month. We pulled one card for the general vibe of the month, and then a second card that represents the new moon for us. This card that represents what we can manifest this month. So the 2 cards that came up for you today are the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups came up in the general vibe for the month, and the 3 of Pentacles came up in what is available for you to manifest. And these 2 cards are, there's a tension between these 2 cards. The Queen of Cups is the feely queen. She is the intuitive queen. She is the emotional one. And the Pentacles, especially the 3 of Pentacles, are very material world based, financially based a lot of times. And the 3 of Pentacles represents this time of professional accomplishment. So we have you as the Virgo in this Queen of Cups energy space, which may or may not be comfortable for you since you are a Virgo, and your happy place is often doing something productive. And then we have the tension with this 3 of Pentacles, which is your happy place, to be the expert in something. And this is a great time to be manifesting that, to manifest that energy around you as a professional in whatever it is that you do, but you're feeling Queen of Cupsy. So just be aware that that's what's here for you this month. And I really, really hesitate to ever tell a Virgo, depending where you are on the Virgo spectrum, because Virgo can be a little rigid, and I have a stellium in Virgo, so no casting aspersions here. I hesitate to tell a Virgo to avoid looking at their feelings. If you have, you have this Queen of Cups energy here for a reason this month. So take advantage of it. It doesn't mean that you can't spend some of your time manifesting what it is you're trying to manifest, but just stay in touch with this Queen of Cups portion of yourself, this part of yourself. And it could be a beautiful balance if you can figure out how to balance this more emotional, inward-looking, intuitive type of energy with your drive and your passion and your professionalism and all of those things. You got the game beat, right? I mean, you really can't beat that. So maybe look at this month as an opportunity to test out balancing these 2 things. Taking some time to look at the benefits that will come to you by allowing yourself maybe a little bit more of that emotional Queen of Cups energy. Doesn't mean you have to be a softie, doesn't mean you have to be, hippy-dippy or whatever. It's just, it's an energy of almost like kindness is really what it is. And in this particular situation, I think this is about kindness to yourself. So take that for what it's worth. I hope that it is valuable for you. I hope that it resonates. And take advantage of what you have to work with this month. Actually, it's a lot. It could be a really productive month for you personally. All right, take care. Hello there, Libra. Happy April. I hope you're enjoying some beautiful spring weather where you are. This is your Taroscope for the month, and this month we're doing 2 cards. We're doing the general vibe for the month, and we are doing a card in honor of the fact that the podcast episode comes out on the new moon. So what is it that is going to be easy for you to manifest this month if you wanted to set an intention and just throw some energy out there and see what happens? The 2 cards that came up are the King of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. And this is really interesting because I just finished the Taroscope for Virgo, and the Virgo was the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So it's a similar energy in that we have the Cups energy is the vibe for the month, this more emotional, this more intuitive, more inward looking type of energy. And what's available is there's a certain tension there because it's a Pentacles, and the Pentacles are really just kind of the opposite of the Cups. Pentacles are about the material world. They're not about what we're thinking about. They're not about what we're feeling or intuiting. They're about what's here for us in the physical world. What are the practical things that we need to deal with? And the 3 of Pentacles in particular it's a beautiful card. I mean, if you are focused on your work, this is the card you want because it's a card that indicates a certain level of professional achievement, professional skill, professional notoriety. And this is coming up in relationship to what's available for you to manifest, right? So you've got this King of Cups energy that is your general vibe. So you're, you've got your emotional side. This is a perfect Libra reading, actually. You've got your emotional side that is the vibe for the month, and then you have your more analytical side, which is what's available for you to manifest this month. So, as always for Libra, where it's trying to figure out how to balance things out, that's what's available for you this month. The King of Cups, the energy of the King of Cups is a little bit different from the Queen in that there is a little bit more of there's more of a masculine energy there. There's more of a forceful type of energy there. While the King of Cups is the last king I would choose as a business partner, right? The energy that he brings is a smidge more than the Queen, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so they're not quite as far apart. They're not quite as complete opposite ends of the spectrum, just because often that male energy is really, better or worse, more business oriented. So what's here for you this month is to, I think, work on, which is I know is a kind of constant process for a lot of Libras, is to work on this balance. I'm feeling this more emotional pushing energy, and this business stuff is available to me, so I don't want to let that go. So how can you blend the two? How can you honor the fact that you are maybe feeling a little bit less focused on work right now with the idea that there is something here for you to manifest. What can you do just to sort of kick the can forward and honor this card, right? Because why not take advantage of the fact that this is available for you? So what, even if it's just something like signing up for a continuing education course, or something that's going to benefit you in whatever it is that you do for your vocation, but isn't a really big commitment for you this month. Maybe it starts next month. So look at these two, and you guys are used to balancing things out, I understand. So it might be actually easier for you than the Virgo. But yeah, take advantage of it rather than looking at it as something challenging. Look at it as an opportunity for you to practice your balancing skills. All right, you guys take care. Hello there, Scorpio. Happy April and welcome to your tarot scope for the month. This month we are pulling two cards. We're pulling one card for the general vibe for the month, and the second card is a card that represents something that is available to you to manifest this month. And holy moly, you guys are on the go this month. We have the Six of Wands and the King of Wands. So the Six of Wands is the general energy around you this month. And the King is the card that represents what's available to manifest. The Six of Wands is a card of enjoying a moment of success. The prodigal son coming home, the warrior after the battle, that type of thing. It's just this very positive, being in a space of being celebrated for something. The King of Wands is this card of creative male energy, really strong personality, charismatic, but also very authoritarian sometimes, and can be quick to temper. He's usually got this strong presence. He's an extrovert. He's like that's the Knight. The Knight of Wands is the Tasmanian devil of the tarot. And that's what I almost called the King of Wands. But the King of Wands is not that. The King of Wands is much more deliberate. He is a mature version of the Tasmanian devil, right? So this is what you have to work with this month, right? You have this celebratory energy that is here for you, and you have available this very bold, very strong, very competent, no BS, don't get in my way, King of Wands energy, right? So you have these two things that can play off of one another. And, you could look at it like the energy that you have available, this celebratory, you did it well, Six of Wands energy available to you this month, is what you're going to use to manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest through this King of Wands energy. It could also be that the King of Wands energy that you have, that you are able to manifest this month, is partly what is fueling the success you have. So it's a little bit of a symbiotic relationship here, but in general, this is a movers and shakers type of tarot scope. I really can't find anything negative about it. The only thing I will say is maybe just be careful that in your zeal, in your excitement, you don't run roughshod over other people, that, you keep it contained enough where you can keep your temper in check, where you can walk the line between being someone who is, pushing toward greatness for whatever it is that you're pushing toward, and remember the compassionate side of yourself. Remember the side of yourself that was that dippy Tasmanian devil that wasn't thinking straight, right? So just remember that and keep your humanity involved, and your humility this month, because you might actually need it. It's looking like a really amazing one for you. So congratulations. Enjoy. And I will talk to you next month. Hello, Sagittarius. Happy April. This month, for your tarot scope, we are pulling 2 cards. We're pulling a card that represents the general vibe for the month. Can you hear the little squeaky squeak? That's my chair. I had it in my garage over the summer, and I was doing pottery, and I was convinced there was a bird stuck in the rafters somewhere, and spent 20 minutes looking for the darn thing. It was just my chair. So I apologize for my bird chair, but it's what I've got right now. Okay, sorry about that. I digress. 2 cards. 1 card represents the general vibe for the month, and the other card represents what is available for you to manifest this new moon. I'm doing the reading itself for this upcoming month on the new moon, so I thought it might be appropriate to include that. So the 2 cards that came up for you are the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. 10 of Wands came up in relationship to the general vibe, and the 3 came up in relationship to what's available for manifestation this month. 10 of Wands is a card of feeling burdened, of feeling heavy, of feeling like you're doing it all and nobody is paying attention, nobody is recognizing all of the work that you're doing, and you're just feeling like it's a little bit too much. And there is help available, and sometimes we forget that with the 10 of Wands. We remember that we're feeling overburdened, but we don't always remember when we get into this phase that, oh yeah, maybe there is help. If you look at the Rider-Waite deck, and a lot of decks, there's an image of a figure, and that figure is all hunched over looking down at the ground, while beyond the figure's field of vision, because they are looking down, is this symbolic availability of help, whether it's a city, whether it's a home, whatever it is in the background. So while you may be feeling this overburdened vibe for the month of April, I just want to remind you that you need to be your best advocate, be your own advocate. Look up and say, I need some help, when you actually need that help. Now, in terms of what's available for you to manifest, we have the 3 of Wands, which is awesome. 3 of Wands is this card of having all of your plans put together. You spent time conceiving of your plan. You spent time putting together and doing all of the things that you needed to do, the steps that you needed to do to create the starting point for your plan. And now, with the 3 of Wands, you're at a point where you are launching your plan. And that's what's available to you this month, this very, very powerful energy of beginning something new. Not something, this isn't Fool energy where you're just jumping off the cliff. This is 3 of Wands energy where you're planning ahead, where you're thoughtful, and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's not popping in my head. Anyway, where you are thoughtful and committed and clear on what it is that you want to do. So in other words, this isn't I've always wanted to start a falafel stand and I'm going to jump off the cliff to do that. This is, I've been looking at doing this with my business or with my this or with my that. And now I finally know this is a good time to do it. This is a time that it will be more likely to be successful because I have this Three of Wands energy behind me. So while you may be feeling overburdened, especially at the beginning of the month, just remember to pay attention to what's there, right? Just remember that you do have support available, that you can, at the very least, you can put down some of those darn sticks, right? You can make 2 trips to wherever you're going with those sticks as opposed to 1 trip where you're just crushed under the weight of things. And if you can maybe lift your head up a little bit, it's going to be easier for you to notice this Three of Wands energy. So I want you to really think about what you can do to ease this Ten of Wands energy on yourself, whether it's some sort of form of self-care, whether it's saying to your partner, I can't do anymore, I need you to give me a weekend off, right? I need you to help do this, that, or the other thing. Whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself to the point where you can lift your head up and embrace this Three of Wands energy is going to benefit you immensely in the long run. So enjoy this process. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. And I'm curious and excited to see what you're going to launch. Have a good month. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your April Tarot Scope. This month we are pulling 2 cards. We're pulling a general vibe for the month card, and we are pulling a card that represents what is available for you to manifest this month. I am recording this on the new moon and just thought that might be a fun one. Let's focus on some positivity. And the first card that came up for you is the Eight of Swords. I'm sorry about that. But like so many other readings for this month, we have a difficult card accompanied by the possibility of manifesting something amazing. So I want you to keep that in mind. The Eight of Swords is this card of feeling in a cage, feeling trapped, feeling like you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. The traditional Rider-Waite deck is a woman standing with her arms bound to her sides. Let's see, she's got a blindfold. And she is standing in what looks like a very cold, windy landscape surrounded by sharp swords. So yeah, happy April, right? But we love the Rider-Waite deck because while it's not subtle, it does get the point across. You're feeling like you're stuck. You're feeling like you don't know what to do. You could be feeling like you don't know where to turn. And it's very possible that the answer to what is nagging at you or what is making you feel this way is right in front of you, and you just need to shift your perspective so you can see it. And by shifting that perspective, your blindfold falls away, those bindings around your arms fall away, and you're able to see, you're able to wiggle your way out of those swords and find a better place, find a better headspace, emotional space. So yes, you are not necessarily feeling rainbows and butterflies right now. And you still have the opportunity to make this a great month, because the card that came up for you in relationship to what's available for you to manifest is the Magician. And we all know that the Magician is the guy who can make whatever he wants. He has all of the suits in front of him. He has all of the tools that he needs. And he has the sort of the divine permission and the energetic pull and power of Mother Earth behind him. And he has everything he needs to make whatever it is he wants. So, while you might be feeling kind of yucky right now, keep in mind that this is available to you. So if nothing else, hopefully, knowing that this Magician energy is available to you will help motivate you to get out of this funk that you're in with the Eight of Swords, right? To motivate you, it's like, oh wow, I can do this. I just need to do the work that I need to do to get myself to the point where I can benefit from this. What is it that I need to do to get myself out of this figurative cage? What is it that I need to do to get myself out of this feeling of being trapped and confined and completely unsure of which way to go? I think we could look at this two ways. We could look at it certainly from the perspective of, if you can move beyond this Eight of Swords vibe that's going on this month for you, you will be able to manifest something amazing through this support of the Magician. Alternatively, we could look at it like, this Magician energy is available for you to manifest this month. It doesn't mean that the Eight of Swords, that this caged in, confined feeling has to supersede. How about if we look at it like, okay, I'm going to use what's left of my energy to manifest getting out of this funk that I'm in with the Eight of Swords. What is it that I need to do to assist myself, to help myself, to see what I need to see, so I can move beyond feeling the way that I'm feeling this month, or move beyond the energy that feels like it is so uncomfortable this month. So you can look at this combination two different ways, but either way you look at it, it is certainly not ideal, not all rainbows and butterflies, but there is a lot of possibility here, and there's a lot of there's no reason to be feeling victimized, right? Because you have these tools at your disposal. So take advantage of them, help yourself, nurture yourself, and create something awesome. And have a good month. Hello Aquarius, happy April. This is your tarot scope for the month. We're doing 2 cards this month, but actually for you, just so you know, I picked a third and I'll explain why in a minute. We're doing the general vibe for the month, and we are doing what is available for us to manifest in the next 30 days, because the day I'm doing this reading is the new moon, which means we have opportunity to think about manifestation, and I just thought it would be nice to focus on something positive. So what came up for you? Well, in your general vibe for the month, we have the Five of Wands, and in the what is available for you to manifest in the next 30 days is the Page of Wands, which I think is probably a good thing for you, Aquarius, because Five of Wands is a card of confusion, of too many hands in the pot, too many conflicting ideas, attitudes, agendas. You could look at you could look at the Senate floor as the Five of Wands, right? Everybody has a different agenda. Everybody's talking all at once. It's kind of chaotic. And that is the energy that is surrounding you this month. You know, this feeling of maybe a little on edge, not quite sure what to do, too many things going on, too many people's impact, or too many people's ideas and opinions and actions are impacting you, and you're just potentially feeling a little bit, what's the word I want to look for? Not so much like you're out of control, but like things around you are a little bit out of control. Now, the card that represents what's available for you to manifest is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is all about exploring new things. And, the Page of Wands is like the, who is she? She's kind of got a Dora the Explorer vibe. Like curious, energetic, intelligent, ready to go, definitely wants to get out there. But at least at this point, while she's very, very energetic and very, very enthusiastic, she is not the complete wild child that the Knight of Wands has become. So the energy around you is this energy of chaos, energy of unsurety. What's available to you is this new, creative, positive, forward momentum type of energy with the Page of Wands. But how do you get from feeling like things are chaotic and feeling like nothing's controllable to the point where you can relax into actually manifesting what this Page of Wands has available for you, right? What is it that you need to do? How do you need to shift from one to the other? So I picked a third card as a clarifier, and we came up with the Page of Swords, which is perfect because the Page of Swords is the page who enjoys learning. The page who wants adventure, but really is sharp-witted. Not your... Maybe a page who is not necessarily... I apologize if you can hear the sirens out there. I don't know what season they're testing something. The Page of Swords is kind of like the enthusiastic kid going off to college. It's like rubbing his hands together. Oh, what am I going to learn? I'm going to learn so many things. It's going to be amazing. I am so curious. I'm just a sponge that I want to soak up all of this information. So basically where we are with this is we have the energy around you is a little bit hectic. It's crazy. It is not your happy place. It is not under control. It feels wonky and like there are too many hands in the pot. And by connecting with your inner Page of Swords, which I know most of you Aquariuses have, so many of you are analytical and pretty darn thought-based. So use that part of yourself. Use that Page of Swords part of yourself to figure out what you need to figure out to help yourself move beyond this chaotic, confusing, frustrating Five of Wands energy, right? So that's why I pulled that extra card, because I wanted to be able to not only tell you what's here for you, but I wanted to be able to give you some sort of practical step, practical application, something that you can do to counter that, because it is such an unhappy place for so many Aquarius. And then once you have dealt with that, know that this Page of Wands energy is available to you. And I also know of Aquarii that you guys are insatiably curious. And so fun, take advantage, decide what it is you are going to explore this month. What, YouTube topic are you going to be binging because, I don't know, you're rebuilding your kitchen, or you want to learn how to make your own hot air balloon? That energy is available to you, right? So you just have to take some time, use your logical thought, think about what it is you need to do to move yourself beyond this so you can enjoy all of this potentially fun, creative, manifesting energy that's available to you this month. Have a good one. Hey there, Pisces. Happy April. This is your tarot scope for the month. And this month we pulled two cards. We pulled the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Wands. The Seven of Wands is in the position of the general vibe for the month. And the Ace of Wands is in the position of what is available for you to manifest this month. And it's just been interesting, this entire set of tarot scopes. This is the last one that I'm doing for this month. And in almost every case, there has been one challenging card and then one card that points us in a happier direction. And this is the same situation. So the Seven of Wands is the card that's coming up in terms of the general vibe. And there is the potential that either what's going on around you or how you are feeling is this feeling of having to watch your back, that you're defensive. You're in a position where you're wary of something, whether it's interacting with other people, whether it's a particular situation, whether it's, hyper fixed on what's going on in the world. I mean, the Seven of Wands is actually a perfect card to illustrate sort of that feeling of not really knowing what's going on, feeling worried, feeling like you are darn well going to do whatever it takes to maintain your sense of peace, your sense of safety, and it's like a sense of hyper commitment to protecting yourself this month. Okay, so that is a lot to overcome, and especially because as Pisces, you have a tendency to feel the feels so much that I want you to be really aware that that's what is potentially there for you this month, okay? On the flip side, we have the Ace of Wands as what's available for you to manifest this month. Aces, as we all know, are about new beginnings, and wands are all about action, forward momentum. The beginning of a new relationship, the beginning of a new project, the beginning of you exercising every day, or you deciding that you are going to do X, Y, or Z. So there's a little bit of a tension here, right, between these two. And what's going on is the energy is asking you to try to let your guard down a little bit and to open yourself up to... It's hard to manifest anything when we're feeling constricted. It's hard to manifest when we're feeling like we are not safe. So we can look at this from the perspective of it's going to be important for you to work through whatever it is. The reasons that you are wary are valid reasons. And it's going to be important for you to try to work through or get past some of those feelings in order for things to get better. So we can look at it like the Ace of Wands is the carrot for working through what's going on, why you're feeling the way you're feeling, why is this energy around you this month? Why are you feeling this way? And knowing that if you can figure out why you're feeling this way, you have this bonus at the end that is it's like a little nugget of possible energy made up of pop rocks, and you put one little drop of water and it goes pyong, right? It's like that's available to you. You just have to get through what's blocking you, what is in your heart, in your vibe, in your essence right now to get to that good stuff. And you could look at it like this Ace of Wands energy is available to you regardless, right? It's what's available to you for the month. How about just consider, even though you're feeling Seven of Wands-ish, right? Even though you're feeling a little bit anxious and cautious and protective, how about you manifest something new that is going to help you through this Seven of Wands phase? Meaning, just because we pulled the Seven of Wands card first as your general vibe, that does not mean that that card is any more important than the second card. Both cards are important. You need to decide how you're going to approach the information that you've just been given. You know, are you going to work through something so you can get your reward, or are you going to look at figuring out how to manifest something that's going to help you ease whatever it is that's making you feel like you're feeling in this Seven of Wands vibe? So there is possibility here for you. There are options here. You just need to decide which way you want to look at it. But both of them are good options. Both of them move things forward for you in a positive way. So enjoy that energy this month. Enjoy these possibilities and make the most of them and have fun. Take care. If you enjoyed this episode of the Learn Tarot with Moxxie podcast, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. It helps other people find us when you guys are vocal about who we are, what we are, where we are, and what we offer. Remember too, if you want to submit a question for a tarot reading, you can sign up on the Moxxie website, and there will be a link in the show notes for you below. Those questions are questions that I will consider for using as example readings during podcast episodes. Of course, everything is 100% confidential. There will be no hints or tips about who you are, but it would be a way for you to get a question answered by me and share a learning experience with everyone else. So if you are interested in doing that, in that free reading, please head on over to the Moxxie website where you can sign up. And again, there will be a link in the show notes below. Remember too that the website has a ton of resources and freebies that are available to you that will help you on your tarot learning journey. And lastly, if you want to stay up on the nitty-gritty of what's going on at Moxxie, I invite you to be a free member of the Moxxie community. You just need to pop over there, sign up. I know that we don't always catch every single episode, and signing up will mean that when there is a new course announced, you will hear that. When there is a new blog post that I am particularly pleased with, I will send that as well. You have my word that I am not an over emailer, because I really do not like over emailing, and I don't like reading through tons and tons of emails that just seem to be sent for the sake of being sent. So I promise I will not do that to you. So those are some ways to stay connected with Moxxie, and ways that I invite you to join the community. All right, you take care, have a wonderful week, be kind, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.